Hey guys, what's up? We're Burning the Day and you're watching the Heavy Press interviews.
I'm Jeanette LeBlanc with the Heavy Press, Twitter, Instagram at the Heavy Press, Facebook, YouTube. We're all over the place, but I think what really matters right now is why don't you guys tell us who you are? Tell us what you do.
We are Burning the Day. We're from Toronto, Canada. We are dubbed as a metalcore band that's essentially all lumped in with the genre of As I Lay Dying, Children of Bodom, pretty much anything along those lines. It's a little bit of something for everybody. We got breakdowns, we got melodic parts, amazing choruses, and pretty much, just like I said, a little bit of something for everybody.
You don't suck. You don't suck.
don't
That's
suck.
all that matters. So why don't we say what instruments we play? What do you play?
I play drums.
And what's your name?
Steve Mitchell.
Awesome. Your turn.
Dmitry, I play bass.
Great.
My name is Maxim Shelkov. I play guitar.
Woo!
I'm Caesar and I sing.
Awesome. I guess you need one of those, right? So, why don't you guys tell us, what have you been up to for the past couple months? You guys have been playing some shows, putting on your own shows. What was your summer like, past couple months? What have you been doing?
We've been gone for the past 3 months.
Tell us about it. It was UK tour, right? Yeah.
Yes, it was. It was absolutely beautiful. The people were amazing there. The fans, fanatics. Couldn't ask for anything better than that. Yeah, absolutely great 3 months to spend out there. I don't know. How'd you feel about it?
Yeah, we started out in Ireland because we won Indie Week Festival here in 2012, so we got sent there for a week. Played 3 amazing showcases, and then we played in England, maybe about 30 shows. Also played in Scotland. They just had a blast. Some of the best times. Really good memories, good people, good mosh pits, good loud music.
That's awesome. What bands joined you guys? What bands did you play some shows with?
We ended up playing with a band called Flip Like Wilson. They were a pop punk band. We ended up playing with Memories. They were our hardcore metalcore band. But we literally got lumped in with a bunch of different kinds of bands, really, because it was our first time there. And so we didn't really get a chance to really get to know anybody before we went there. We literally kind of went on a whim. We got to know our manager, John Huddy. Or sorry, I shouldn't say manager. Our label rep, John Huddy from Self-Made Records. And he ended up getting us a whole bunch of gigs over there. And it was pretty last minute. It was about 5 months before we ended up going out there. And just pretty much flew off the seat of our pants to get there.
Wicked. That's cool that the band's taking you guys there. So now you're saying you played those UK shows. Now say, if you could make any awesome tour in the whole world, like some fantasy tour, what would your tour lineup be? Who would be playing? We can even have bands that are dead. Like you could do the Beatles if you friggin' want to. What would be your magical tour lineup? Give me some bands. What would it be?
I think I would bring back Pantera any day. It would be Pantera, Metallica for me, and I think Lamb of God. That would be just a killer bill. That would be something dreamlike for me, for sure.
Wicked. What about you guys? Drop some names here. Come on.
I'd love to play with Slipknot, Tool, Rage Against the Machine.
Awesome. Anything over here?
Slayer.
Slayer. Yeah. What about you?
Mirror,
Amir?
System of a Down, stuff like that.
Awesome. Sounds good to me. I'd be there. I guess I'd buy a ticket, right? So why don't you guys kind of just describe your sound a bit more? You said you've got some melodic, progressive sounds to it. How would you describe yourself to someone who's never heard you before and they're wanting to know what you're all about?
I think, as I said, I think it would just be a little bit of something for everybody. Whereas most metal bands, it's usually the one-tone screaming, and it's just the one monotonous screaming all the way through. Whereas we have singing and screaming and backup vocals when we're playing live. There's a bunch of different elements that if you come to see us play or you even just listen to us, you'll catch something for you, as it's been told to me from so many different people.
Awesome. Yeah, it is pretty diverse. Like it's catchy. It pulls you in. I found you guys were, like I said, you don't suck. So
I'd say it's very aggressive, yet at the same time, the melodies, it's very catchy, but everyone is really competent at their instruments. So Steve here is a great drummer, you know what I mean? Everyone here can play. He's a great bassist. He's a great singer, in my opinion. All these guys are wicked. So when we play together, there's a lot of musicianship that happens, and I think people that are into music or that are not into music will appreciate it.
There's definitely a lot of groove in the music as well. It definitely gets you moving.
Awesome.
Technical. Really technical. It's very technical.
Very technical.
People really appreciate it when it's done well.
Awesome. So speaking of your music, you guys just put out a new release this summer, Metamorphosis, right? That's the name of it. So what can you tell us about that? What went into the writing of it? What's it like? What's your favorite song? There's so much I want to hear about it.
The mission behind that album was we came out with Buried Beneath and Kill, and we got a lot of good feedback from those songs. We definitely wanted to show the fans that we had for a while, following us throughout the couple of years that we've been together, some more new sound that we can produce. And amazingly, everything combined very well. We got new members in the band, and the sounds of the album came out really beautifully, and they definitely deliver a nice tone and change as well.
And change. So what's favorite songs off the lineup, or the album?
I know it's a little cliche, but I actually like all of them, just simply because of the amount of time and effort that went into putting all these songs together. I know it's super cliche to say that, but at the exact same time, I've listened to the record a stupid amount of times to really get that.
So you're a fan of your record?
Just a really big fan of all of them.
That's awesome. I'm happy to hear that. So I guess, like we said, the lineup changes, right? So why don't you kind of tell us what's changed since then? When did these lineup changes happen, and how has it changed the band?
I think the lineup change happened about 2 years ago. The old members left, Braden Hoey, Mike Cohen, and Chris Gillespie, and it was just Steve. Yeah, Steve and Matt that were left, and I'm working with Matt, so he asked me to be a guitar player, and I said, well, of course, any day. I love Burying the Day. And I think Caesar was actually there before me.
Yeah.
He was there before me.
Found the band through the internet. Yeah. Through the internet, absolutely, yeah. The internet's definitely done wonders for me. I love the new technology, absolutely, definitely.
Yeah, awesome. So
Dimitri on bass.
yeah. So like
He's the last one.
it's okay. You're important. You can't be a band without a bass player. Seriously, it keeps everyone
It
together.
always comes back to he's just the bass player. It's always he's just the bass player.
Hey, you know, it's cool, right? Whatever. At least you're not a drummer. Okay, so what would you guys say has been the hardest part about being in a band then? Like, you obviously went through the lineup changes. You guys also have jobs that you have to work around and family lives. So what's the hardest part about making this all happen?
I would have thought it would be living together since we spent 3 months together. I thought that would have been a big task to accomplish, but amazingly, the guys are really cool. I have no problem with any of them. I think the biggest task we have with each other is funding the band together to keep everything alive and keep the music pumping for the fans, because you can only stay put for so long until people lose interest, so it's definitely got to keep the bus moving all the way through. So that's been the toughest part, moving through everything.
What about you guys? Any thoughts?
For me personally, I haven't really felt, other than the whole funding aspect of it, but other than that, we really took all our experience that we had from all our other failed bands. This is essentially the product of what you're really seeing here, is really just all the members from all our other failed bands kind of took all that experience and went, you know what, now this time we're going to do it all right, because now we have enough experience from doing all that.
What bands were you guys in before? Can you tell some names?
I was in a band it was an alternative metal band called Brain, and it was a 4-piece, and I actually played bass in that band, and I had a blast. I was in that band for 5 years. We played a whole bunch of festivals, did a much music video, and I learned a lot. Learned a lot.
What about you?
I was with Your Last Sunrise, which was a little project that was put together through the internet again. Fell apart for financial reasons again, so I had to find something else, and here I am now.
What about you guys? Any other bands?
You go ahead.
I was with a band called Seven Cell, and the guitar player got sent to jail.
Uh-oh.
The whole thing ended. Yeah, and I pretty much, and then at that time I was still in the band before it ended, and I was looking for a bass cap, and he was selling his bass cap. That's how I met the guys.
Wow. Goddamn internet, eh? It's magic. And what about you, other band?
I started playing in a band called By Permit Only. That was a pop punk band. That's really where my whole vibe essentially came from in the beginning. Then I went to just a slew of other bands. I played in a cover band. I went over to Asia for a little bit. I performed in Singapore and in Taiwan, just trying out really a whole bunch of different things. And then that led me to my first metal band called The New Damnation, because apparently we needed to name it because there was already a band called Damnation, so we needed to be the new
Politics.
Yeah.
Politics, I swear to God.
And then joined my other metal band called Shatterpoint, and then that eventually led me to Burning the Day.
Wow, quite the portfolio you've got going on there. So, what advice would you guys give to someone then who's out there trying to start a band or trying to, start playing bigger shows and getting to UK? That's a wicked opportunity. What advice would you guys give?
I'd say never give up and always push forward. Don't wait for people to pick you up and take you there. The only way that it's going to get done is by you doing it yourself, and that's a guaranteed.
I'd say practice, practice, practice. You better be playing together all the time, or you just if you're rehearsing one time a week, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. Practice.
Advice?
I would look for the same like-minded people as you. Whoever it is out there that you're looking for, whatever kind of music that you're looking to play, find those like-minded people and really tap into it when you're talking to people. Really understand the concept that you got to be talking to each other all the time, and the only way that you're going to be able to do that is if you're always on the same page. And that's the way you're going to keep your band together, is really always being on the same page. And that's really with understanding that you got to always be together. You got to be at that same conscious level.
I'd say you're gonna get what you put in. Whatever you're gonna put in, that's what you're gonna get.
That's a good way to put it. I think that's 100% true, and that definitely applies to anything you do. Yeah, it really does. So, guys, what's next from the band? You just put out the new release, so are we going to see some music videos, more shows, anything coming up in Toronto? Come on, tell us.
Well, we do have 3 shows coming up. 2 of them are Indie Week. October 16th at the Hideout, October 19th at the Cage, and also Halloween show October 30th at the Rock Pile.
Dress up.
Yeah.
And dress up, yeah. And what else? Are you gonna guys work on like a video or something?
Music video coming up. Yeah. We're gonna actually start working on that at the beginning of November. It's gonna be quite the piece, so make sure you keep an eye out for that. It's gonna be a new single off the album as well, and yeah.
And yeah. So where can we find you guys? You've got Facebook, Twitter. What's the main, social media outlet you guys use? Where would you recommend your fans look for you?
Predominantly on Facebook. We're noticing that that's where a lot of people want to go, because that's where we keep that's where we really keep everything between that and www.burningtheday.com.
Burning the Day.
And yeah, then there's facebook.com/burningtheday or /burningtheday99. And yeah.
What's the 99?
Politics.
That is a winning answer that I wanted to hear. Awesome. So check these guys out. Check out their upcoming shows. I'm going to be posting that new music video when it comes out, because I want to see it. I really do. And check us out, The Heavy Press, at The Heavy Press, and all that fun stuff. Woo!